Okay, aloha. I am here with @AlohaBruce on Twitter, and your website is
Hawaii-aloha.com.
Cool. And I've been trying to do this question of the day with Bruce for like a couple weeks now.
Yeah. We can't seem to get around to doing it. I don't know if we could actually get through with it now. I don't know.
I know. I'm like trying to get the perfect shot of the lighting because, you know, I'm like trying not to screw this up. But anyway, to make it worth your time. But anyway, I was just talking to Bruce about the moon that was, the full moon that was out.
Yes.
And I was trying to chase it because I was like the rainbow, you know, and I was like, oh, and then the more I kept driving closer to the east side of the island, the more it was disappearing.
It was disappearing. You'd think it'd be the opposite way, because, well, actually, I guess because it does rise that way, I guess, because like when it rises on the east side, it's huge.
Right.
It's like I can't. It's the most amazing.
Right.
Amazing.
And I was saying, I was thinking of him because he lives on the east side, and I remember him twittering a picture of the moon, and then here I was trying to get a shot of the moon. But
yeah, it is beautiful there.
Yes. Hawaii-aloha.com is a online travel agency.
Right.
Okay.
And we specialize in bringing people from the mainland, which probably you're there, to here.
What about internationally?
Internationally as well.
Anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere in the world to Hawaii. That's what we do.
And so 24/7, they can go onto your site and book things. And
yeah, they can, but it's more than just an OTA like Expedia or Travelocity. We actually connect people with agents that live here. So we have actual agents that are online that you can interact with. So you can speak to somebody that's from Hawaii, lives here, in fact, most of our agents are either born or raised here or lived here most of their lives. So it's humanizing. We have a human equation to it. Yeah.
So how does that work there? Is it like a chat or is it a phone?
Yes, well, there's everything. When you go to our site, you can see which agents are available. They show online, and you can pick up the phone and call them. You can go into a live chat session with them. You can do click to call or Skype. There's many different ways to interact with our agents.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how long have you had this online, or it's always been online?
Well, it's always been online, and we've been doing this since 2000.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's our 9th year.
You're kind of like ahead of your time.
Well, I don't know.
The times.
I'd like to think so,
pretty progressive for Hawaii.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, and the thing is that we combine the technology with the human being. My philosophy is that when it comes to travel, and especially Hawaii, because it's a complicated destination, you can't take the human out of the equation. Right. And that's really been our niche, and that's what's really been working great for us.
And you also have a weekly podcast?
Actually, we do a weekly podcast that's twice a week, and then I'm live casting now.
Oh,
so you can come. Yeah, well, that's like 24/7.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Monday through Friday, we go from 8 in the morning till noon, and then from 2 to 5, and then at 5 o'clock I stream the news, and then sometimes I come back on after, and sometimes I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's Hawaii Standard Time.
Right.
You can check those time conversions.
Right, and it's been really a lot of fun because I actually do live quotes, and and I talk to customers real time live. We book them, we help them with their trips, we discuss what they want to do, and in between we talk about Hawaii, which is a never-ending topic.
And what's happening now? I mean, there are all kinds of things. Like, obviously, the recession, but and then because of that, the airlines are increasing their fees, and so how does that affect you?
Well, actually, we've done real well. We're down a little bit over last year, but really, business has been great. I mean, Hawaii, all we really have here is the tourist industry. Every day, planes got to get filled, and they're coming to Hawaii. And because we're in such a niche market, we do very well. People really want to have great experiences here, and the way that they can do that is really by connecting with folks here. And with Twitter, all of the social networking channels that are out there, what is that doing? That's connecting people in a real way. So that's what we've been doing all along. So this is just perfect for us. It's actually, our business has really grown in the last few years.
Yeah, and so it's not just air. You also book like activities?
Actually, no. We don't just do air. I mean, if you call me for air only, I'm not going to really be able to help you. It's only, yeah, it's only packages. Air, room, and car packages, and all the activities that go with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, and I have to say, when Chris Perillo was here in Hawaii, Chris's trip was such spur of the moment kind of thing, and so by the time I got in touch with you, I mean, he really made it happen, and I think that's like one of the perks to having your own business, and to have that personal,
yeah, you don't have a lot of layers, it's just myself and my wife. We have 15 agents, but if I want to get something done, I just decide to do it and do it. I don't have to call a bunch of people. I don't have a lot of layers and corporate people telling me what to do.
Right.
So we hooked him up pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, you
in the
did.
last minute there, and I hope Chris was happy with that.
Oh yeah, he was. I mean, yeah, because he wasn't expecting anything, and then I was like, well, let me see what I can do.
Right. Hooked him up.
And yeah. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Oh,
I
you're
know
welcome.
Chris appreciates that too.
You're welcome.
So yeah, so Hawaii-aloha.com for your travel to Hawaii because they know how to take care of people.
We always want people to get the best price, and a lot of people are very price conscious when they're on the internet. And,
right.
So we got to make sure that they get the best price too.
Yeah, and I sounded like I just did a commercial, but truly, like I'm not getting paid for this.
Yeah, I didn't even ask for the commercial. So
no, that was like truly like heartfelt. It just kind of sounded like a little, commercial.
We're not plugging here. That wasn't what this was about. But.
No. But I do want to help you out in any way because I appreciate the You came up with the question of the day.
Yeah. My question of the day is: when you think of Hawaii, what comes to mind?
This was surprising to me that you said that people when they call.
Well, a lot of people conjure up lots of different things in their mind when they think of Hawaii. Mm-hmm. One of the common things that I think people conjure up in their mind is that it's a foreign country. I mean, you can't believe how much.
Right.
Almost every day people call us up and say, "Do you need a passport to come to Hawaii?"
Yeah.
And of course, you don't need a passport
right.
to come to Hawaii. It's not a foreign country. And I mean, I have people that call me up and they say, "I want to be on the beach in a grass shack." And I have to tell them we don't have grass shacks here in Hawaii. I mean, in the songs, right? The old songs of the day, they have grass shacks. So.
Or we do, but then I don't know if people can actually
right.
Live in them.
right. They can't live in them. They can't live in them.
They could, I guess.
Yeah, not a good idea. But things like. I want to come to Waikiki and I want to be able to sit on the beach and drink a Mai Tai,
Right, and I was like, oh, don't they do that? But then the laws.
We have liquor laws here, and especially in Waikiki and in Honolulu. It's not the kind of place where you're gonna go out on the beach and sit there and drink Mai Tais and it's gonna be very peaceful. So a lot of times, a lot of times people have these stereotypes in their mind about what Hawaii is, and a lot of times we just have to let people know, that I'm sorry, we don't have grass shacks, and there's really, unless you're watching a hula show, there isn't really women walking around with the coconut bras and the little grass shacks. Sorry, it's not going to happen.
But sometimes they could pick a spot that is quiet to have their Mai Tai near the water.
Yeah, and on other islands, yes, that's true. I mean, there are certain hotels, of course, where you can sit down and, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of places in Hawaii to do that, where you can sit down and have the Mai Tai. It just wouldn't be right here in Waikiki, for instance. Yeah, absolutely. And what are some of the other stereotypes? Sometimes, I wouldn't call them stereotypes, just misconceptions about Hawaii. Sometimes people wonder, does it ever rain here? I've had people ask me that. Or I've had people say, how do we get inter-island? I think people have insisted to me that there were bridges that exist between the islands. Really? If our arguments with me. Yeah, it must be on Wikipedia or something. We have no bridges that connect the islands. Come on. It doesn't happen.
That would be quite fascinating, though.
But I'd be curious to know what comes to your mind. A lot of good things come to people's minds, too. A lot of wonderful things, like tropical paradise, the wonderful weather,
yes,
the wonderful, beautiful people that we have here, that too. I mean, that's all true. I mean, there's some stereotypes that really are true, and there's some just funny ones, So I'm curious to see what people come up with, because I know you get a lot of comments, so I'm curious to see what people come up with and, surprise me.
You have a YouTube channel.
YouTube channel, which is Mr. Bruce 1, and I do videos every day, and I'm streaming every day, and I'm constantly doing content. We have a blog. We post on our blog every day.
Wow.
And we have a podcast every day. So, we generate a lot of content. Lots of content.
Okay, and then so that's Hawaii-aloha.com is where you can find all of that
stuff.
Okay, the links and everything.
Just go there and you'll find everything.
And then, of course, he's at Aloha Bruce on Twitter.
Right.
Okay, and let's ask the question again.
Yeah, the question is, when you think of Hawaii, what comes to your mind? Positive or negative or fantasy, whatever.